Well, hello there. My name is Mark Myers, and I love helping trainers, presenters, workshop facilitators really take their results to the next level. And in today's video, I want to talk about a topic that's a little bit unusual. But that topic is, what does it take? What does it really take to be great as a trainer? That's a bit of an unusual question, but this was really birthed out of the fact that so many times people really underestimate what it takes to be great as a trainer, facilitator, workshop facilitator in a learning or training environment. And there's still this pervasive attitude of, if I can stand up and I can flick some slides, I can train or I can teach. But what we need to realize is there are some fundamentals that people need to really get under their belt if they want to be great, all right? And if they want to start their journey to greatness. Now, I would have to postulate at this point and really set the foundational idea that there is no such thing, as a perfect trainer. And we need to be very clear about that in our minds as we journey along and as we learn things. You see, an amateur would believe that they've already reached the pinnacle, that they know everything and there's nothing more to learn. But a master, on the other hand, he's probably following this channel, a master knows that there's always more to learn. And I guess in my life, for me, my journey started back in 2009, 2010, when I started to get obsessive compulsive around the world of training and workshop facilitating. And I got so ridiculously curious about, how do you do it? How do you do it well? And my obsession just took over. And I really want to invite you to get to that place as well if you want to be great at this field of training and presenting. And for me, I am going to postulate, I'm going to ask you some questions to really start to think about what it takes to be great, what it takes to actually be doing things outside of just delivering in order to really own your experience, but also to arm you up with extra tools that most people don't actually have, right? And again, very fundamental belief. Everyone thinks, oh, just because I can talk, I can present. Yeah, not exactly correct, right? So I guess the questions I got for you is, how many public speaking workshops are you going to? And you may even think, oh, yeah, I've already been to two or three. Yeah, but maybe it's the next one that has that one secret that really explodes your performance. Now, I would have to say that, there was a seminar that I went to back in, I think it was maybe 2013, 2014, that it gave me one nugget. It was a 3-day event. It was down in Sydney. I flew down for it. It gave me one nugget that to this day has transformed how I present and train. And it was just one thing that the seminar leader said. I'm like, whoa, that blew my mind. And I caught it, but most other people didn't, right? So how many seminars have you been to for public speaking? How many seminars are you still going to for public speaking each year? And how many other trainings are you going to where you're sitting and watching other trainers and presenters and writing down what they're doing that you really love? And what ideas are you stealing from other presenters and trainers and keynote speakers? Because the two of the biggest areas that you're going to learn from are, number one, your own mistakes, and number two, from watching other people. And so many times in my career and my workshops, there are so many things that I do that I've just stolen and borrowed and stolen and borrowed from other people because I saw that it worked and it worked really well. All right. So, first question, how many public speaking workshops are you attending? And how many have you attended? Right. Next is, how often are you watching other trainers and presenters and making notes of what they do and what they do well? Third question is, how often are you reading books, or how many books have you read about topics such as public speaking, such as influence, such as psychology, such as teaching, such as presenting, such as behavioral influence, such as marketing? All of these topic areas, and even accelerated learning, NLP, all of these areas are going to really equip and empower you as a trainer, facilitator, coach, mentor. But if you're not doing the extracurricular study, sorry, folks, you're not going to get any better. You see, the thing is with delivering online, man, I got very good at it. How? I watched professionals. I sat in their free events or even their paid events. I watched how they did it. I wrote down how they did it. I copied their mannerisms. I copied the phrases they did, and my skill set exploded. But my question to you is, how often are you doing that? How often are you proactively going out there and watching the experts and copying what they do? Because clearly they're getting some results, and maybe they're doing some things that are creating those results. So if you want to be great at this game of training and presenting, you have to be willing to do the extracurricular learning, so to speak, and become obsessive compulsive. Now, the other thing I'll ask you is, how often are you doing extreme self reflection? How often are you asking yourself after every session you deliver, what am I really happy about with what I just did in that session? How often are you notating what you did well? And then another question is, how often are you asking yourself that question of, if I ever did that session again, what's one thing I would do differently? Then a third question could be, what areas are my workshop attendees regularly struggling with, and how else could I support them in that area? All right. So what am I really happy about with what I just did? Second, if I ever did that again, what's one thing I would do differently? The next question is, where are my audience members struggling, and how could I make sure that that stops happening, or that they, give them even more support in that area? Next area I really want to encourage you to get into. If you want to be great in this game, if you want to take your results to the next level, you have to have a driving force behind you, and you have to have a mission that you're leading yourself towards and other people towards as well. You have to have a why behind everything that you do in every workshop that you ever run. And as I've shared previously, my trainer mission is to raise the standards of training throughout Australia and throughout the world, and really equip and empower trainers with the skills, the knowledge, the structure, and the know-how to be able to truly engage their audience and get their content remembered, right? That's my trainer mission. That's kind of what I'm out there to do, folks, whether that's through personal coaching or running workshops or doing these videos or, through my book. That is essentially what I'm here to do. But what are you here to do? What impact do you want to make on your industry and the world around you? When you're very clear on that, watch your performance and your results explode, because there's going to be energy behind you that other people just don't have, right? So this video, it's all about having a chat about what does it take to be great, and really just meditating and thinking about the ideas of the co-curricular activities you really need to be doing. Attending public speaking workshops, extreme self-reflection, watching other people, watching what they do, writing it down, writing what they do, writing how they say things, writing how they deliver online, writing, the content, the ideas, the stories, and certainly look at how can you build your own stories, of course. Then we looked at the idea of really creating a mission that drives you, right? All of these things are really going to accelerate and expand your growth and your performance as a trainer and a workshop facilitator. Look, folks, you can be average, you can be an amateur, you can be average, or you can be a professional. And if you're watching this video, you're watching this channel, I know for a fact that you're the kind of person that really wants to stand out in your industry and be the very best trainer that you could be, that really has a huge impact. So as always, I want to say a huge thank you to everyone that follows this channel, likes, comments, shares, and get this message out there. But stay committed, stay shining example for other people out there. Because as we all know, it's not what we say that matters, it's what people hear and go out and use that makes all the difference in the world. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video, folks. Thanks for watching.